people need to understand that the two biggest triggers for Jeff when it comes to eating lots and lots of carbs and therefore lots and lots of calories and lots of food and gaining lots and lots of weight is loneliness and stress. Okay. When he gets stressed out, wants to escape stress, grab some candy bars or whatever it may be. It could be any carb, but any carb that tastes good, make him feel good temporarily. Loneliness is the other trigger. When he's by himself, gets self-destructive when it comes to food because he's got nothing but time on his hands and he wants to fill the gap of loneliness, of a lack of connection with food. It works. It's one of the several addictions that work really well in filling the gap temporarily, but it has a dreadful consequence because you always have to pay on the back end. So he's driving back to me. This is a 7 to 8 hour trip, okay, by himself. Every time he's been in a truck or car or any vehicle, and he's driving a long distance or any distance for that matter, he's got snacks with him because that's something he's done from when he was young. A road trip's fun. What do we do when we have fun? We eat snacks. We eat food because that amplifies the fun. So it's a habit that he's had going back to when he was a kid. But in addition to making it fun, makes it less lonely. I got something to occupy myself with on a trip. I'm not by myself. I have something, I'm not talking to it, but I'm eating it. And it substitutes for talking. It substitutes for the connection that I feel temporarily that I would feel if someone were with me and we were having a good time together. So he's been doing this his entire life. He drove back here for 7 to 8 hour trip by himself and ate no carbs that entire time. And prior to, is it correct? How did you handle, you ate a meal somewhere in between there? Was it before you left or halfway through or how?
Yeah. This trip back, I stopped about 3 hours into the 8 or 9 hour drive total, with the stops and everything. I said closer to 9 hours. 3 hours or so in, I stopped for one meal for the day, and it was all protein and fat. It was basically a breakfast meal, no carbs.
Cracker Barrel, correct?
Yes, yeah. Put a plug in for Cracker Barrel, eggs, bacon,
yeah,
steak tips.
Yes.
hearty breakfast. I think I got 2 breakfasts worth of food in one meal, and I ate that, and my strategy the rest of the way, I filled with 2 24-ounce Diet Cokes, just nursed those throughout the rest of the trip. Occasionally put a sugar-free bubble gum in, and that was it, dude. Like, I was good. I knew where I was headed, and I had peace. I had love in my heart, dude. I'm good. I'm in a good place mentally and spiritually, and I don't need to rely on food anymore. I don't.
And let me make it clear, when it comes to the diet soda, I'm not particularly a fan of them because who knows what the long-term consequences are of calorie-free drinks, but I feel as if using that as a crutch when you're trying to lose weight is far better than being obese. If you were to talk about whatever health consequences could possibly be associated with consuming artificial sweeteners long-term versus the consequences we know that are associated with being obese long-term, I'm gonna take the fact that I'm losing weight. If it takes something like this to be able to buy yourself some latitude, you do it, and that's not an issue at all. And in fact, if you consider what the alternative was, you came up to visit me just a few months ago. You ate 900 plus grams of carbs and 7,500 calories on the way to see me, okay? And on the way back, as stunning as that was when we totaled it up, I couldn't believe what the number was. But on the way back home, before you left, I was like, hey, what do you consumed quite a bit of food on the way here. I mean, can we agree that it was somewhat outlandish what you did? And I said, is there any way we can, I don't know, like modify that somehow on the way back? And you're like, well, there's no way. Like, I can't not, I can't not have carbs. Like I can't not snack on the way home. He's like, I'll do my best to cut it in half. So, wow, very generous of you to accept only 450 grams of carbs instead of 900. I mean, that's progress. I give you that. That's excellent progress. So I accept 100%, dude. I'm all in. So think about this. He went from 900 grams of carbs on the way to 450 plus. I mean, I don't know what it ended up being on the way back, but he was aiming for half, and he definitely took advantage of that. To this time, which is about 2.5 months after that incident, 0 grams of carbs on the way back to visit me.
The whole day.
0.
Not just the drive, the whole day.
0. That, I mean, people need to understand how huge an accomplishment that is.